talk about how we survived our live event.
Oh my God, we made it.
Shout out to everybody who came to our live event. Woo!
Wait, where's the applause? Don't we have that?
Yeah. Where's the applause?
Hold on. Yeah, where did it go?
59 episodes. We did get our mics working. We did not get our soundboard
We just have
working.
like this.
Oh, that is...
That's not the same. Oh,
that
wait.
is not the...
No.
Okay.
Wait.
There. Woo!
I got it.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
There
rusty,
we go.
But that's all right. I've been out of the
We
office.
did our live event. We got to meet some wonderful Brainiacs, catch up with some wonderful Brainiacs. Shout out to Shannon for your amazing cookies that you brought.
They were delish.
Dude, I already ate them all. I have like 4 left.
You were very lucky I left those for you because I thought about not.
Oh, well, and then I thought I would do the smart thing and like divide the stack between my girlfriend's house and my house. Didn't
That's a
survive.
fool's errand.
I've just eaten both at both places now.
I wouldn't have shared anyway. That's smart.
Yeah. But
Thank you,
it's only
Shannon.
smart
Thank
if
you,
they
all the
actually
Brainiacs.
like last the night, and they didn't.
Thank you to Sarah's iPad for traveling from Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Which I didn't even know where it was, evidently.
Neither did I. We got a little lesson in geography.
We really did. Thank you to Stephanie. She traveled from Los Angeles. What other travelers? There were some other travelers that I'm forgetting. Oh, Kara, the zookeeper.
Yes. Oh, gosh. And they all went to the zoo, which was really fun.
Very fun.
I love that that's like Brain Candy brand, is to go to the zoo.
Because
we love an animal fact, don't we?
They love a museum.
Yes.
They love a trivia night.
Yep. This is where a lot of our audience came from.
Nerdy gals and guys.
It was
gals
so
and
fun.
gays.
Yes. Yes. We had a drag performer. It was just magical.
It really was. It was so special. And the whole 2 weeks that I spent with Sarah were very special. And when they weren't special, they were still memorable.
That went by in the blink of an eye. We sure did have as I said, my motto that month was ABP, always be promoting. Which means we were out on the streets.
What I love though is that was effective because let's get real here.
Let's get real.
Suze was on the white knuckling it train early October, and I said, Sarah, I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. I changed my mind. Yeah. And last time I checked, that's a woman's prerogative. And so I tried to cancel the whole thing. I said, listen, I don't care what it takes. I'll pay for their flights back. I don't care. I don't want to be humiliated.
Right.
But Sarah and I put our heads together.
Yep. We said the show must go on.
We worked the streets of
we
Denver.
did. We
literally.
I am going to get every single one of those tickets.
And they came. The people that we met and developed relationships with, like at the museum and the trivia night and the pitch a friend and the witchy woman thing.
It was all worth it. That's totally true.
And that is really special.
We saw some amazing costumes. Our costume contest winner went as a one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater, which was so cool because they did not even know that was the answer to one of my trivia questions. Mm-hmm. Can you even believe that, coinkydink?
That was great.
I love a coincidence.
And I've never seen that costume before.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Definitely the winner. Like, so obvious. I mean, I was going to do a parade of all of the best, but I'm like, is it even a contest
Betty
here?
Boop, that gal was
you know what? I thought about that
beautiful.
contest or that costume multiple times since then. I was like, damn, she was so cute with the eyebrows and everything.
Yeah, she really was. They really delivered. They made it worth it, you know?
And we were thinking that people wouldn't come in costume, and it was the exact opposite. I think everyone came in costume.
But listen, people, the real winner of the costume contest, and it is by a mile.
Yeah.
Is Sarah Louise.
Oh, me!
As PeeWee Herman.
Oh, my goodness.
And the reason, the outfit is incredible, but the reason that she should win is because I have never seen anything like the embodiment that happened when you donned that costume.
You know what? My brother said the same thing. My brother, who has maybe seen half an episode of a challenge, never seen an episode of The Real World. Like, he had told me that is a Sarah, like a different version of me, that he knows regular Sarah, and then there's performance Sarah. And he had never met her.
Well,
and
she's great.
Then he met her. And he was like,
and it's a drug.
You are another person.
Yes.
Because I don't know who that is. But that is not my sister.
And I love her.
It is the ghost of PeeWee. That is definitely it. Well, I feel like I've always said I only have two speeds. It's like I'm on or I'm off. And when I'm on,
oh my God,
look out, because we are.
It is like a drug, though. That's the thing. And that's why people can't always handle when Sarah's not on.
Right. Oh, it's like a drug.
Wait, I need my fix.
It's fun. Well, and the funny thing is, like, I want to keep going, and then sometimes people are done, and I'm like, oh no, we're going to keep going. Like, my brother was like, if you twerk in front of the mirror as PeeWee Herman one more time, and then then I stopped, and then he could tell that I was like looking sad or something, and he was like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to like get in the way of your process. Like, if you need to do that to like connect to your character, then by all means you do that. And I just like my brother for supporting me.
I like that too.
I was just having fun and being silly, and sometimes I can't
stop.
stop.
She was being silly, and like I just can't, I wish I could describe it, but it was just truly like an embodiment where you became like, your knees are what really stuck out to me, because your knees were moving in a way that Sarah's knees do not.
Oh, and if people are wondering, wow, she must have taken a shot of tequila or something. Nope. I don't even think I finished a glass of wine the whole entire night.
Yeah,
I kept
sober.
trying, but this is
though.
just sober Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah was raw dogging it.
I was, as I do.
We
don't know why I said that. That sounds so gross and weird. Like, and every time you say that, people think that you would imagine I'm thinking of something gross that most people are thinking of, but I'm actually thinking of hot dogs. I'm thinking of Susie eating a hot dog without anything on it. Is really all I think of. That's what I think of, or like an uncooked wiener.
I'm dying.
That's what I think of.
Okay, hold on.
Now that we've gotten past that.
But I do think though, it's time that we confessed something. And I know Sarah has forgotten that we have to do this, but we have a confession to make.
What do I have to confess?
Okay, so you know how like we freaking hate the Guinness World Book of Records?
Yeah.
Well, about that. Okay, so an opportunity presented itself.
Right. Like, what are we going to do? Not be involved in a Guinness Book of Records record? This, okay, here's the problem. Because what Susie and I love is unnecessary fame, really. Like undeserved, unearned fame. Yeah.
Right. We do love that.
What was greater, my desire for unearned fame, or my dislike of Guinness Book of Records? And we can all agree, fame wins all day, every day.
And it was for a good cause.
Yes.
Because this
was earned.
Here was the record. Let me think if we can get it right.
I know.
Go ahead.
Largest Halloween gathering on water.
Is that really what it was?
Yes.
Not even specifically witches.
No.
Just Halloween.
Largest Halloween gathering.
Okay. At the witch paddle.
Water. Yes.
Well, they were in need of something, because think about it. Everybody that goes to the witch paddle is going to be a witch with a paddle.
Right. That's why you're going.
But part of our gripe with the world records people is all their bookkeeping.
They're such sticklers for the rules.
And boy, are they.
Oh, and they go, nobody can be involved with the official counting that's in any way involved with the event. No friends, no family, no whatever.
Yeah. You couldn't even be related to a witch.
You can't be related to a witch.
Yeah.
And lucky for them. Susie and I are innocent bystanders.
Yeah. And you know what? We got recruited.
Yes.
And they said...
/ I volunteered us.
And Sarah said, we have to do this.
Yeah. It's like, okay, hear me out.
They needed counters. They had,
Yes.
You have to tabulate.
Yes. And you know I love rule following, even though I'm, spirit of the law more than letter of the law.
Yeah. But not when it comes to the World Book of Records.
Yep. So we volunteered ourselves, and they were so excited. And Susie and I got to count some witches and warlocks.
So now I feel like we're employed by Guinness World Book of Records. We
definitely are. We are an accomplice in a world record, which I think they got.
We sold our soul for $0.
And let me tell you, it might be up there with one of the more stressful things that we did the entire time you were here, because I was so scared of fucking it up. And if you guys know me, you know that the battery and I have a on again, off again relationship.
Literally.
Yeah. Like most of the time it's off.
Yeah.
Because I forget to plug it in to keep it on. So my battery was at like 8%, as we need to do a very specific horizontal view that they can then stitch together of the witches saying their name and their numbers as they get on this paddle. And then the witches don't care about this because they just want to get out there and get on the water.
Paddling.
And half the people just care about their costume. None of them care about
None of them want this record.
No, yes. And
this
then
is
the people
a non-consensual record.
And then I have like one person who's another counter who's very adamant about following the rules. Yeah. And then another guy on the other side of me. No, I wasn't. I was referring to somebody else, but also you. And then another guy who was like, yeah, I already did that. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You did it wrong. And I'm getting mixed messages. I was very stressed. I was hoping that I didn't mess it up. But we did it. We did a just fine job, and it was all good in the end. And
here's what's funny to me. We don't actually know that it was all good in the end. We had to submit this stuff officially on a form.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then we had to upload our video as evidence and all this jazz. And I said, this is a win-win. We're either a part of a world record, or we're the reason they didn't get the world record. Yeah. We fucked up so bad that we have thwarted this thing.
Destroyed it from the
inside. Which is a hilarious story.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's not hilarious.
Didn't do.
And that is online dating. Okay?
That is, yes.
What that is a jungle.
Yes.
Everybody talks about it. Everyone's mad about it. That's part of why we had our in-person event, is because all of you people have had it with online stuff. And Hily is a dating app that is going to help you out.
Yeah, it's going to create a safer dating environment.
And that's what we all need, especially gals, because if you've ever gotten an unsolicited nude or a suggestive text that was just not wanted, you will understand why their consent card is such a novel application. They're going to ask you, are you into this? Yes or no?
You want to feel good when you're going online and doing something that can be scary anyway. Putting yourself out there can be very vulnerable. And this is a way of making you feel a little safer, a lot safer, doing something that's already pretty vulnerable. And you can imagine, I kind of look at it as, if you go to a bar with a certain kind of atmosphere, it doesn't feel good. But if you go to a place like a bookshop with the right kind of atmosphere that feels safe, it feels better. And it feels like I want to be around these people who are
good vibes
in this environment. And so that is what Hily does, is it creates this safe dating environment that exists in a virtual world. And I think that's really important right now.
And I didn't know that it was short. It's an acronym for, Hey, I Like You.
Cute.
It's so cute. And I didn't know that. But if you don't give your consent, then you won't even see any of that. It's as simple as that. So if you want to feel safer in online dating, download Hily from the App Store or Google Play, or check out Hily.com. That's HILY.com. date as you are, just safer with Hily.
Yes. Okay. Anything else about our live event that we want to talk about? How about how my girlfriend went as me? That was really
cute.
funny. And I realized I
was
didn't
such
even
a-
kiss her one time
Oh.
dressed up as me.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's shocking, actually.
I know. I don't know if like it's good that I didn't or weird. Like I would have liked that experience just to say I did it.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
I just think it's kind of funny.
She was such a trooper, and she did look adorable as you.
Yes. And it was very fun to like yell at myself as I was, you know, asking her to do things.
As you were PeeWee.
As I was PeeWee. Yes, yes. Okay, but I have some other things to talk about. So much has happened in the time since we have had an episode. This is a story that once again is going to prove another one of those points that we are often making, which is cruise ships are terrible and nobody should go on them.
Yes.
Did you hear about the woman who was abandoned? Marooned.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
not funny.
It is not funny. Imagine boarding a luxury ship for a dream cruise around Australia's beautiful coastline, and you're going to like step off to do this jungle stroll and go up on this remote island to have this nice lookout. Maybe you're even saying, I'm going to do this for my 80th birthday because I still got it in me and I'm going to go. This is exactly what I would do. Well, this is exactly the situation that Suzanne Rees found herself in on October 25th when Coral Expeditions ship, the Coral Adventurer, left her at Lizard Island in the damn Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so anybody that's taken a cruise knows, like, when you port,
Yes.
then, you know, you can go do an excursion or whatever.
Right.
You can get off the ship.
Right.
But then you got to come back on the ship at a certain time or that baby's leaving.
Yeah.
And then in this case, they were going on a little hike and then she got winded or felt like she needed a rest.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. She fell unwell. Yep. And so she left the trail earlier than the others. And she was supposed to go down the mountain alone. Like just descend
That
it.
seems unwise.
I want people to first. I think it's important to
Not victim blame.
well, definitely, but to also recognize that this is a different kind of cruise. This is not one of those huge cruise ships. I think a lot of the articles are doing a disservice in the images that they're choosing to
this
put
ain't
on
Carnival.
this, because this is not a Carnival cruise. This is one of those small cruises. There are only 120 passengers on the entire cruise. This is basically like a small ship. And if you're a cruise like this, that to me just feels almost like you're a camp director taking people out, like on these, you're a tour guide essentially through a tour. There are 60 people or so who went to this island. That's not a big group. If it's the Carnival cruise and they're stopping in a port like, I don't know, fucking Encinitas or whatever the ports they stop in, like, and if you don't find your way, there's an airport right there. There's a phone you can call. This was a desert island.
It's Gilligan's Island.
This is straight up nothing, like it is Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
There is nothing there. There's no cute little tiki hut selling souvenirs. There are no boats back. There ain't nothing.
Yeah.
So I feel like in this situation, they needed to do a head count.
For sure. But here's what I wanted to know your opinion about.
Yeah.
When I read the article, that mine was in the BBC, and they didn't say she fell unwell. It said that she was on the hike and decided to take a rest and that everyone else carried on. Like, so I wasn't clear on like what her condition was, but I want to know if you think she was going to die anyway.
Oh.
Like she was sick, you know, she was having a heart attack or something, and then they just left, or whether she died because they left.
That's a very good question. I think either way, there's negligence here.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But I think she was already in the danger zone.
Yeah, it
they
seems
came
like
back a couple hours later. It's not like they left her for days.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Like this fear that you think went like,
that, and then the temperature dropping. That
what did it
is
say about that?
like, I feel like at nighttime, if you're 80 years old, I think
I didn't know
there's
it got
harder. I think that's an important. I actually don't know, but I'm gonna imagine like what it would be like.
Like the conditions
That-
were changing.
That that it could be some like big temperature swing. Like what is it like there? Is it
Well, I mean, Australia's so hot all the time.
right? But it's so. Could it be like that high deserty area? I mean, I know it's an island. Maybe she was sweaty or something like that.
I'm telling you,
and the
that's
sun
why I
goes
think
down.
she was she was a goner anyway. Not
Yeah.
that they should feel better about that, but because they shouldn't have left her
Right.
on the trail. She's 80.
I think that's where the mistake was made.
What are you doing?
I think that is the biggest problem that they made. I think that this is why anytime you have to have a ratio of like 6-1 or something like that when you are dealing with like an older
geez.
crowd, and they should have never let her descend that like mountain alone by herself.
Yes,
if
nuts.
somebody's not feeling well or somebody's like, "Ooh, I need to take a break," I feel like
need a
that's
partner.
you need the partner. That's like rule number one. And then they only found out that she was missing when she didn't attend dinner. And so then the land and sea search happened, and then her body was discovered the next morning.
Yeah. But
That's a
see,
long
like
time.
that's a long time to be alone, but it's not enough time to die from the elements in Australia.
I think about my aunt. She's not dying. in a few
This
hours.
is somebody who was already in SOS,
Yeah.
I think. But they suck, this company.
And the combination, there was probably something that happened, got triggered with her. Maybe she had some signs. And don't they say that a heart attack in a woman looks like the flu?
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
you
it's
start to
different.
feel
Mhm.
like that? Maybe there were some things like that. And she was having a heart attack. And then,
Well, they shouldn't
Yeah.
have left her. That's all I know.
they really shouldn't have. They canceled the remainder of the cruise, citing tragedy and mechanical issues.
Mechanical issues.
I know.
What
right?
the fuck would that be?
Yeah, and they issued everybody a refund, as they should. But I think that was even nice of them to do, because I feel like Carnival Cruise Lines, those big cruises, would not have done that. They never do that.
They sure, yeah, because they're in international waters.
I
We
know.
learned that.
It's so crazy.
I'll tell you what else is crazy, and that's how much I love Cozy Earth.
Oh, look what I'm wearing.
I know, I saw that.
Because
You were waiting.
it's cozy season.
It's
Cozy season is here.
season. And oh, do I love getting cozy. Because I was away for so long. That was the longest I was away from Link in his
Wow.
whole life.
Wow.
I just thought, I'm going to be a recluse. I'm going to hibernate like for the winter.
Yeah.
You know? Like just get
Oh,
cozy. Because that's,
yeah.
I mean, I won't, but you know how that feeling of like, oh, no, I
Yes,
just
now
want to be
you
home.
want to like just
in
stay.
my nest.
And now that we've rolled the clocks back, it feels like, well,
Oh, it's
bedtime
over.
starts at noon. Better crawl back
Right.
in there.
And if you're going to be hitting the sheets, they ought to be good. And thanks to Cozy Earth, mine are.
Yes.
They have the bubble cuddle blanket, which we are both obsessed with.
Love.
Get it today. The bamboo pajama set, the sheets, which are somehow temperature freaking regulating. I don't know.
Yes, we love that.
These would
For all
make a
you
great
menopausal
gift.
women. Yes. Everybody
tons of
needs
stuff.
Like if you're looking for something to get for your in-laws,
Yeah.
or like that
Oh my
get
God.
them a sheet, get them new
Cozy
sheets.
stuff.
Get
Hell
them
yeah.
get them a one of those luxury throws.
I would be so
Oh.
excited if somebody got me one.
Me too. That is such a good, and nobody has ever said, "Oh, this is too many throws. I have to." No,
No.
we need them seasonal.
Remember when I was at your house, you had to keep putting more on me?
I did do that. She was like, "This isn't enough."
I need more.
Said
I'm
more.
cold. I
Okay,
have
I
a
got you.
delicate constitution.
you.
They have a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty. And Black Friday has come early at Cozy Earth. Right now, you can stack our code Brain Candy on top of the site-wide sale, giving you 40% off in savings. The deals won't last. Start your holiday shopping today. And if you get that post-purchase survey, be sure to mention you heard about Cozy Earth right here on Brain Candy. Wrap the ones you love in luxury with Cozy Earth.
Okay. Would we feel the same about this woman if she were
A man?
younger? Or a man? Yeah. I mean, we would feel like, I think elderly,
I really
like it feels
wouldn't leave
vulnerable.
anyone alone on a trail if they were not feeling well. I really
It's the
wouldn't.
not feeling well. But like, what if this was somebody who just said, hey, I don't want to get back on board.
Haven't you ever been on one of these excursions, though? They're usually very vigilant about
very vigilant,
letting anyone go off on their own.
Very vigilant. And then they say, get back here, and then they don't leave for like another hour after, just in case.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like this is unusual.
It does feel like there's part of me that thinks, well, if you're on vacation, like do whatever you want. But then if I'm on a tour and there's a responsibility of that tour guide, anything that...
Yeah, they're going out of business.
I don't think so. There was this hidden camera footage that somebody took at a dive shop where this dive shop employee is talking about, like, this person who's there to check and like certify like their equipment is talking about the importance of having regulators that are the same brand as the tanks. And they said, because in any situation that you are in a situation like with a lawsuit, you want to make sure that all of this is you're doing all the work, check all the boxes, because you may be at fault.
You don't want to be liable.
Like, you're going to be liable.
Yeah.
And then they said something. The owner of the shop goes, I've killed like 4 or 5 people, and they've always just settled.
What?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
Yeah. And it made me think, what? So how often are there these wrongful, like where somebody died? And so this happened after, and what kind of set this off? This was a video that was older, but recently there was a dad whose son went to a dive class and died because the instructor didn't pay attention, or wasn't like his regulator came out of his mouth or something, and he didn't. And this 12-year-old kid died in a diving. Oh my God,
a kid?
Yes. And so this is them then like doing a investigative, like, we're going to find out what's going on.
What kind of operation this is? Yeah.
And it's not a good one.
Death penalty, man.
And so
I mean,
they might actually not get in trouble for this. This is it's just like the company is liable and nobody's liable kind of thing.
You're going diving.
Yes.
What's your like secret to finding the right? This sounds like an ad, but like,
I know it does. Well, I mean,
pick
like people, like word of mouth, and like hearing it from somebody who's been there. And then I think having the knowledge and the education to then be able to check. Like they say that you always, like, so much of it is checking your own equipment. Like even with rock climbing and everything like that, that is one of, with any time you're doing any sort of extreme sport, you are not relying on anybody else. That is every sport that you do and all the equipment that you buy. Even when you buy helmets, it'll say like these sports are inherently dangerous. Like it is your responsibility to check and maintain the safety of the equipment, to check the ropes, to check whatever it is, all the stuff you have to check. That's like a big part before I go snowboarding. You got to check all the screws. You got to check.
I mean, come on.
You know, it's essentially remember when we got our driver's license and they said you have to like adjust the mirrors and do that before you get in the car, and like none of us do that, but we all absolutely should.
Tire pressure.
You know, it's like my brother.
Every time he goes on the road.
Were you there when he took his gauge out of the car and checked mine?
Yes, I did see that. And I just thought there better be something wrong with her car.
No, he just checks it anytime. He's like, let me check. you can't trust the readings.
This is why I have calm hobbies, like reading.
Yes, that's smart. Have calm hobbies. You don't need any of this to right. Where like half of it is just knowing that you survived it, and that it's really an illness probably.
Yeah, it is.
That adrenaline
I don't get it.
junkie
I
thing.
can't relate.
No, it's fine. Nobody should be able to, and thank God for powder season. So, okay, what other fun things do I have to tell you about? Okay, we talked about that. Then, okay, this was interesting. So, archaeologists just found what might be the world's oldest crayon.
Shut up.
Yeah, how old do you think this is? Now it's not crayon in the sense that you're thinking. It's not made of wax, and it's not like Crayola. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a coloring tool, a yellow ochre stick that's sharpened to a point. That's like made like a crayon.
Why do they think it's like a crayon rather than chalk or pencil? Like, what do you think made them say crayon?
I would say because the nature of a crayon is that it's like a pencil is wood that encapsulates lead. Mm-hmm. And
chalk is powder.
And a crayon is just a solid piece that you can.
Right.
I'd say it is closer to chalk than that might. But I think because of the point, and because of what it looks like, it does look like a crayon.
BCE, yeah?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes.
6,000 BCE.
42,000 years old.
That is so many years.
Yes. Made by Neanderthals, suggesting that they may have been the original artists.
They're just so cute, those guys.
Right? And I am part, when it comes to like things with animals that we find where we say like, oh, look at that monkey's using a
and we go, so funny, Sarah?
Yes, go ahead.
What's funny is like, you think like, oh, these are like the animals I love. And I think these are like the men that I love. I swear. Because I was thinking like, these are just like guys.
Yeah, who just want to color. And they're holding it like in that Neanderthal way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It's very funny to me.
Oh, that's so great. But you're just like, oh, it's like a little chimpanzee.
Yeah, and usually when animals are doing this, I'm not for like the over personification of animal behavior where we say like, oh, this is like what humans do. It's like what that animal does, and we're just seeing animals through like totally yes. This is a very good point. But when it comes to their artistic abilities, I'm always like, yes, that's like exactly what they're doing.
Just like rays out.
Like, well, there are a lot of drawings that match around this time, and it's fun to think that they actually made some sort of tool with it.
They must. Do you think this was an effort to communicate, or do you think it was about art? There's no way it was art, right?
I think it could be. I think we would have to look at like what else was going on at the time. Like what else, what other tools. Yeah. So it was found in Crimea, and the ochre piece is shaped like a modern crayon that's pointed and smoothed from use, and it shows wear marks that are consistent with drawing or rubbing on a surface. So that's how we would take crayons and, kind of make a rubbing like that? Yeah, like that is what they were doing. The scientists studied 16 ochre pieces total, and this one stood out because it looks deliberately shaped and sharpened.
That's crazy. Yeah. I love it too, and that's amazing that it was happening that early.
And can you believe it? 42,000.
No, that's a little bit of time ago.
Right.
And
I mean, you think about how much things have changed in the last 100 years.
Yeah.
And this is...
Yeah, so it's establishing its fundamental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this ochre paint is something that archaeologists have found on a lot of things in the past. It's found on cave art. It's found on body paint, even like colors that they've used on hides. So we know that this is the source of like the paint, but I think that they haven't seen it in this form. Like it's like finding the palette, you know?
I think that's why I'm interested in like, wonder what they were doing. Were they communicating with each other? Were they recording something, or was it just for play? Like it would be so fun to know the motive.
Well, and it shows like art and drawing shows like symbolic thinking. So it's like the marking of objects. That's like a very
abstract.
Yes, that I think is the change from like animal to human.
Yeah.
Is that's right. Symbolic thinking,
say.
really. Yeah. Right? It's super cool.
That is cool. And shout out to Crayola. I mean, I wish they would sponsor us, because is there anything better than opening a fresh pack?
Yeah. Have you seen that woman on Instagram who collects what is the color? It's yellow, and it's called, is it Daisy?
Oh.
I think it's a yellow color that's been since daffodil.
And it's been like
it's daffodil.
Removed from the box.
And she has turned her whole room into a tribute to the daffodil. And now people send them to her, and people are like looking at old packs to find them.
That's
and I
so
just love that kind of
cute.
stuff. I love when the internet comes together for things like that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what they should come together for.
Yes.
And that is, and all my cats do, and that's Small's cat food.
Gosh, my God. The name is small, but their love for it is big.
That is for sure. Every morning, I'm mad at myself when I stroll down there at in the dark of night still, and those gals are psyched out of their minds for breakfast.
Yes.
And it is so cute, and it's human grade cat food, and they freaking love it.
And it doesn't smell nasty.
No, and that's like the thing with cat food. Anybody that's ever tried the wet cat food, it ain't pleasant. And your whole house ends up stinking. But this isn't like that. It smells, there is no smell, and it clearly tastes great because they freaking love it. And you have to try it. And they have such a great deal that it's like, at least try
It's an insane deal.
Yeah.
It's
like, just
crazy.
give it a whirl.
My friends with cats have messaged me to be like, are you freaking kidding me?
Because it's basically like, here's your first one free, like a drug dealer.
Yeah, that is it. They're getting your cats hooked.
I can see why.
And just load up your cart, because the deal's so good. Get it all, because you're going to be, don't do that thing where you're like, oh, I'll just try it. And then you're going to want to order more.
And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to have to get another cat. It's going to be a whole thing. What are you waiting for? Give your cat the food they deserve for a limited time, because you're a Brain Candy listener. You get 60% off your first order plus free shipping when you head to smalls.com/braincandy. One last time, that's 60% off your first order plus free shipping when you head to smalls.com/braincandy. If you ever forget our codes as well, they're on thebraincandypodcast.com. And anytime you use our code, it helps us stay on the air. So please do that.
Yes, we love that. We love staying on the air. Hello.
We do.
One last thing to add about this is that I think we associate creativity, or like the first forms of artistic expression, with the Homo sapiens. And I don't know if we've seen the Neanderthal tie-in before, but this one, yeah.
So they're pretty much saying this was a creative act.
It says that the article says creativity might not be unique to Homo sapiens. It may be,
that's what I was
an artistic expression is a shared ancestral trait.
And that's crazy. That's crazy to me, because that is a long time ago to be caring about art.
Yeah. Or that we needed to like express ourselves in that way. And then you think about like what animals sometimes do to express themselves. And you think, maybe is that like crows?
Oh.
Like, is that art?
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it on its face, there is nothing evolutionarily beneficial about art.
Right. Right.
and participating in it. It expends energy, resources.
Yeah.
And so like it must be spiritual. Yeah. I think
so.
Which I really love.
Because doesn't it feel like, and so many people describe any kind of artistic expression as like being in the flow, or it's something else that spoke to them, like what Michelangelo said about freeing the sculpture from the block of marble. And anytime, I mean, I think even funny ideas that you and I get, like they just like pop in. It's like,
it's not like you're being
effortless.
strategic.
No, it's just like, there it is. And it's almost like when you're vibing that those things just
And that's
in.
the beauty of being alive.
Yes.
And the absence of that is really bleak. And so I do think it is still survival, but it's just a different kind, like spiritual survival, you know?
Yeah. Ooh, this is making me excited to talk about our book club pick and our documentary. I think that is really exciting. And so
you guys should be in our candy club because it is good for the soul and also very funny.
And you don't even have to like read the book or watch the documentary. You can just like hang out with us and chit chat. And we meet every month. So check that out.
You can do that on our website too.
Yes. That was a little ad for ourselves.
But we're also, it's a public service.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, we need more of that. Okay. This is you're going to be mad about this. I was.
Okay.
Maybe you already know because you have a teenage son.
Okay.
So I am a big fan of women taking control of the system and making the money and being on OnlyFans and getting that paper.
Mm-hmm.
There is, however, this dark underbelly, as all things like this have, that I think is really important to bring to light and talk about, and I just became aware of. But are you...
Oh, no. Does it start with a G?
No.
Oh,
what
okay,
is
go
that?
Gooning. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no. That's
we'll talk about that later.
Terrible word that also I think I learned in a Vice episode not that long ago. But so OnlyFans runs on that subscription model, of course, where like the creators charge monthly fees and then they receive tips and it's all like pay-per-view. But there's also a referral program where you get if you refer another creator, you get 5% of their earnings for a year.
That's insane.
Susie, what this has done is created MLM-like logic in sex work.
100%. That is not healthy.
It is not healthy at all, and I had no idea. Academics are studying this digital labor and call this networked micro-entrepreneurships, where the illusion of autonomy hides dependence on the platform and referral web. And it is really gross because it's 18-year-olds and young girls who are being recruited with this idea of like, you're in the driver's seat. And so what...
Oh my God, that is total MLM.
It fits that model.
Make your own hours.
Yes.
Girlfriends.
And the reality is only about the top 1% of creators are making significant...
Of course. It's just like an MLM.
It's the same thing.
That is so messed up.
What has come from this are these things called bop houses. I know. It's awful.
Who named it?
So, well, one of these, there's a very popular OnlyFans creator named Sophie Rain, who's like barely 18 and a virgin, and that's like her big sell on there. Yeah, and her and another gal created this influencer content creation mansion out of Florida in December of last year, and all of the girls who come through here, all 18 to 24 years old, rent out this $75,000 a month Miami mansion where it becomes the studio and where they live. and they cross promote each other's accounts and link traffic to all their subscription sites. And it's raking in so much money. Like, this gal is self-reported, claims that she made and it checks out, $80 million in earnings since 2023. She's getting 5% of anybody else that she signs up.
This is the one that's barely legal?
Yeah, all of them are. And then she left this house because there were problems, as 18-year-old girls have.
I don't understand. Like, if you had... Okay, imagine if you had made $80 million.
Yeah.
However you made it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you, as one man once said, take the money and run? Like, get out. I would go away and I would just enjoy it and travel or whatever.
I think that there's
You're
more
living in
than,
a bop house with a bunch of other boppers?
Yeah, I think that it's the attention and everything that comes with being 18 and
that is insane.
When Sophie left the house in mid 2025, the house launched open auditions and it drew over 12,000 applicants.
Jeez.
And it became this pipeline. It's basically like a Gen Z Playboy Mansion meets MLM.
That is insane.
Yeah. And there's no stopping it. I mean, it's
okay. It's just continuing.
What do you do? They're 18. They're,
you know what? Listen, part of me is actually getting offended that no one has tried to recruit us.
I mean,
Susie, time.
I can remember one of the funniest moments I had. I'll never forget where I was. I was in Thailand. It was when I went to do the challenge. I was there for whatever challenge I got sent home on because Emily quit or Trishelle quit. And I was driving around on a scooter, and next to me are these like 18-year-old girls that pull up, and they're just like in their bikini tops with their like hair whipping around, and they're like holding on to the back of some guy, and they're just like so hot and don't care about anything. And I laughed so hard at the awareness that I never had to worry about being sold into sex trafficking or like that. I'm too old for that. That my day is come and gone. And I was like,
I'm offended.
You don't want, I'm good. I'm safe. And I'm just safer and safer as the years go on.
I don't want to be safe. I want to be hot and I want to be recruited.
Susie's like, kidnap me.
I want them to look at me and think, I want 5% of that.
Well,
not once has anyone
here's the
thought
problem.
that.
Here's the problem why they don't want to recruit you, because you're not dumb enough to be handing over
Thank you, Sarah.
this money to people who
Thank you.
don't deserve it or whatevs.
I really like your spin on it.
Yeah. So I think that's why there's a reason why they recruit 18 to 24-year-olds, because they're the ones that will do, and then they don't last. So there's a new thing for you to be worried about and know about that. Who knew before?
I had no idea, and that seems like really disturbing, to be honest.
Yeah. And these influencer houses, it's like they look almost like startups, but what the product that they're delivering is just the influencer.
More slop.
Yes, it's more slop. It's more slop.
I think we're all topped up.
I know. I read this article that talked about, I don't know where this was. I wish I could find it. I went back and looked for it and I couldn't find it. But it talked about why the Halloween costumes that you saw this year were more unique. That if this felt like a year where you saw hyper-specific costumes, where it wasn't just like I went as a witch, it was I went as this specific thing from this specific thing, that this is what you see in art when things have become
monoculture.
Yes. Yeah. That this is a pushback from like the homogenized, everything is the same, and we're getting like, you know, the aesthetic stuff fed back to us, and we desire a break from that, and we really want to break away from that. And like
I don't get that though, because there is no monoculture now. What do we need a break from? Like nobody is sitting around the water cooler talking about Seinfeld last night.
No, but the things have got that because of ChatGPT and because of things like things have become so flattened and become so like there is less diversity and uniqueness, I think, and we just see like little pockets of that. I think that a great example is when I went to the Amalfi Coast and every fucking girl was wearing the exact outfit that if you went into Pinterest and said Amalfi Coast aesthetic, that's what they were wearing, with the same bag, the same, everything was the same. And it's like, we want to break from that. We want to break from from what ChatGPT spits out as like, here are the top Halloween costumes this year. And so in an effort to not be that, we have these little moments or this like desire to have these like super hyper, like unique and specific references to almost feel seen and feel like we're standing out in that sea of beige.
I guess I feel like I would rather have homogenized costumes and not homogenized fashion every day.
Totally.
Or face, you know how everyone has like the same face?
Yes, agreed.
You know,
and
stuff
teeth
like
now.
that. Oh, right. Like the White Lotus gal.
I love it, right? I want different. Yeah. It's like the wabi-sabi kind of like.
I can't stand when you have some dumb costume that I'm like, what are you? And they're like, oh, I'm Stacy from that YouTube one.
We are saying this as two people who dressed as the Australian twins who spoke in unison from a viral video.
That was appropriate because we did it online.
Yes, we did.
And that was an online
we
thing.
did it in the same.
But in real life, we were PeeWee and Miss Yvonne.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you go to a party and you're like, what the fuck are you? And they're like, well, there was this episode one
I
time.
love that. I love all those memes that are like, I hate gay Halloween. What do you mean you're the da-da-da-da-da? Though I get such a kick out of that every year. And every year I'm like, damn, that was a good Halloween costume.
Well, it's almost like not like... It's so cute, but I can't appreciate it because I don't know the reference. So then I don't know if it's a good one or a bad one.
It's one of those things where they go, this isn't for you. I'll never forget. There was one, oh my God, when The Office was on TV, I was kind of late to come to to join the Office party and, you know, get on that bandwagon. This group, and I was hosting trivia. And a group came as the Michael Scott Fun Run Race for the Cure or whatever, and they put the whole name on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what do you guys? And they were like, do you watch The Office? And I was like, yeah, I do. And they were like, you would get this then. And I was just like,
wow.
I've never felt lamer.
Leave it to trivia people to be judgy about
they can be some of the judgiest. Yes. It was like, I was basically like told, no, you don't get it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Or it was something like, and I think I was that year dressed like hot. And so it was basically like the nerd telling off the girl who's dressed hot. Like you, and I was like, no, I'm one of you, I swear. This is a costume.
Right.
This is a disguise. And, you know, I can remember it. Like, you know, she probably never thinks of that moment.
But you do.
But I sure as heck do. Okay, what else do we want to talk about? We talked about the Bop House. That I'm terrified of and so upset.
Should rename that.
Yeah, do I have one more little one? Okay, this is a fun story to talk about and very like on brand with brain candy, but there's some debate or controversy, I guess. There is, picture this, 1931, Chattanooga, Tennessee, a 17-year-old left-hander baseball player, female, named Jackie Mitchell, is playing this exhibition game against the New York Yankees because she is good at pitching. So they keep, and there's no women's league, so they keep bringing her out. Next two batters, Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. And legend goes that she strikes both of them out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm familiar with her.
Oh, well, I had never heard of her.
Yes.
She was born Vern Beatrice Mitchell in August 29th in 1913, which is the same year my grandma was born. And she grew up next door to a famous pitcher named Dazzy Vance, who is a Major League Hall of Famer. And he taught her this drop ball or sinker, like curve type pitch. And she was so good. She played semi-pros and she played on a women's team in local baseball schools and stood out as this like amazing athlete. And then they would bring her in as like these like exhibition games. There was like a local promoter named Joe Engel, and he was said to have signed her, but it was right when the Yankees had returned from spring training, and so she enters the game in a relief after the starter gave up hits on the first two batters, and she allegedly struck out Babe Ruth with 4 pitches, and then Lou Gehrig, who swung on 3 pitches. Mm-hmm. And she got standing ovation, crowd of about 4,000. Mm-hmm. And I just want to believe that it's all true.
Yeah.
But there's people who say that maybe it was a publicity stunt.
Well, what's the evidence? Just that she has a vagina? Because I want more.
That Joe Engel was a guy who was known for publicity stunts. In fact, he traded a player for a turkey, and he raffled off a house during one game.
How did you get Babe to do it?
And then some historians suspected that the strikeouts were just orchestrated to draw crowds. But then I think,
what would be in it for Babe and
right.
Lou?
Right. Nothing. Right. And they wouldn't be it wouldn't be the kind of like time where they would say, "Oh, I want to be beat by a girl." Right.
I wouldn't if I
wouldn't either. I wouldn't either.
Or maybe they would think, you don't want to like, it's low hanging fruit though. Maybe they think if you hit the ball, that's like gross. But I don't think that's the logic. And I don't see it. I haven't heard any evidence that says, here's why Babe would do that. Or here's why Lou would do that.
So I think it's probably just people who want to say that she didn't do it. And the people who are like, who like to say like, he was never struck out. Those kind of,
Yeah.
I think she did it. I feel the same way with this as I do about the Neanderthal's crayon.
Wait, how?
Yes, it's a crayon. Yes, it's art. Yes, she struck him out.
Okay. Well, and like, I could be persuaded that it was publicity stunt, but I haven't seen anyone tell me anything.
Yeah. Well, and I think even if it were, it doesn't diminish the value of her appearance at that mound and her throwing those pitches to those guys.
Sure.
And I think it was just maybe how gender assumptions and
that's what I
culture
feel
wanted
is that
to frame
they
it.
just think there's no way she could have.
And then they didn't and then something happened where she wanted to get signed, but they said, oh no, what was it? Let me see if I have it in the article. They said something like women were effectively banned from signing major league contracts. They were banned because they thought, they're too fragile.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't until her that they actually banned it. So that makes me think she really was that good.
Right. That's evidence in the other column.
Yeah. And then she retired at 23 because she resented being treated as a sideshow rather than an athlete. And
yeah, Jackie, fuck them.
I say that's good for you.
I say that too.
Yeah.
I love that. And I love her. And
I feel like she would have been a
bitch.
member of like the Savannah Bananas or whatever they're called.
Do they let gals on there?
Yeah, they have one now.
One?
Yeah, they have I think they have one woman who plays on the team.
Well, I guess, what do they call her? Token? I mean, come on. Why one?
Yeah. Maybe more than one. Let me see.
Do they allow the blacks?
Well,
gays?
there's a new team that's out that is reflective of like an all black and all. We talked about this. We talked about this when we were thinking of trivia questions. But I don't remember what we were talking about.
Well, I remember a question we considered, which was what team had the first all black and Latino lineup.
Yeah, and then now in to honor that team, they're doing
like a Negro League.
Yes. With the team that's like Savannah Banana style.
Well, they're going to win.
It's so fun. Like Harlem Globetrotters, like.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, I like it too.
Well,
are there women who play
on the Savannah Bananas? Imagine being that lady. She's around not just a bunch of bozos, but a bunch of like court jester bozos.
Yeah, they do have a few. And they come as like, they have a few. Kelsey Whitmore, a member of the U.S. women's national team. She's a two-way player, outfielder, and pitcher. Cool.
Okay, good.
And
she goes both
Jocelyn
ways?
Alo. She was her NCAA all-time home run leader in college softball. Hell yeah.
I love it.
Cool.
I feel bad for them. I wouldn't want to do that job.
I mean, I would. That's fun.
I'm sure they're having fun.
But
like, imagine traveling with those guys. That Stilts guy, he's got to be annoying.
They seem fun. They seem more fun than regular baseball players. They just want to dance. They're learning TikTok songs.
I mean, we're different, me and you.
I like them.
That's nice. I'm happy. We should go to a game.
And you're also saying this is somebody who worked at the Texas Road...
Lone
Star Saloon and Steakhouse, where you danced on the tables in cowboy boots.
On the tables. I love how you think it's Coyote Ugly.
I do. In my mind, I've combined
it were. It was far more wholesome, sadly.
Well, my mom always told me that I should work at Joe's Crab Shack because they did the same thing. And I said, absolutely not. And they dance on the tables sometimes. So
on the tables?
Yeah, but now that I'm thinking of it, that is not sanitary. And they couldn't have done that. So they probably had like one little bar area that they could hop
like
up on.
Runway.
And they definitely didn't dance on tables. That's insane. That's a health code violation. If I've ever heard of one.
That is.
This is like selective memory of my youth. Yeah. So there you go, folks.
Thank you for all of the information. You taught us so much. I love you. I miss you. I enjoyed my 2 weeks with you.
I know. We got all that time, and then just like the rug ripped out from under me.
Mm-hmm.
You went
Taste
home,
of honey.
And then it's just like lonely, my empty bedroom.
It's lonely at the bottom.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, don't forget to check out thebraincandypodcast.com and join our candy club because it's a hoot and holler. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.